Alright, boys and girls, I think you guys can hear the rain. But this afternoon's mission, I got 3 or 4 hours probably here. I am going to change this carburetor and fuel pumps setup out on the 448 case here. I have one off of the motor that I built for parts and pieces, which the light is conveniently not on, but it's that orange sticking out right there. So I'm going to go up and unbolt that intake and everything and bring it over here. And the only thing that has me concerned is these air shields. I hope there's enough room that I can get the air filter set up in there, because it's a lot bigger air filter setup. So I don't know. I'll just have to put it on there once, see what happens. I'm going to get the air compressor going here and blow all the crap off the top of the motor so it don't go down the intake valves, and unbolt the shroud. This one over here I think is broken because I saw it vibrating. Yeah, it's actually broke off there. So for the moment I'll unbolt it and get some stuff out of the road and see if we can get this thing to run good and off its own fuel system. Alright, boys? Alright. I even got a brand new never start jump box, built-in air compressor and stuff. I want to play with that, see if I can figure out how to get that thing to work. With me fat fingers, it wasn't liking that. I don't know. Figure it out. If I have to, I'll go read the instructions, but that is last resort sort of deal. So see how she goes here. I'm gonna go, like I said, just rip that off and get back to you guys when I get down to the nitty gritty here, see what we need to change. I've showed converting from this style carb to that style carb twice on this channel, and that is the only way I've ever found to get these Onins to run good. So I'm not playing. But I also got to remember what I did with the vacuum pump that's on this thing. I think I put it in one cabinet. I'll find it. Be back. Alright guys, I'm about ready to pull this whole carburetor assembly off. All I got is I got the fuel line, the fuel pump here. I know you guys can't see it. This hood is really cramping my style up here. So used to it gravely, whenever you flip the hood forward, you get all kinds of room. Come on. Give me the hose clamp. There we go. Look at that. The vacuum line off. Shook cable off. Now the only wires I gotta watch is it looks like the headlight wiring. This manifold come off good, so pretty sure I just watched a piece of dirt roll in the intake over here. Son of a beach. What did I forget? Okay. So it's off. Looks like the gasket stayed on both the cylinders, so that's good. That was a leaf. Okay. Here's the gasket. Somebody used new style gaskets on this. Very nice. Come on, leaf. We'll probably go through and get burned up, but if you are able to remove something from the engine that may cause you trouble later, I recommend you do it. Come here. Sucker. Missed that when I cleaned it up. I should probably check the valves while I got it this far down, but it sounded good while I had it running, so I don't know. If I have issues, I'll tear it back apart. That's all there is to it. So I want to make sure there's no dirt between the gasket surfaces. pretty much what I've run into with the Graveleys, I could never get them to run with the other style carburetor, and this is a carburetor off a P-Series motor. I don't remember what horsepower this particular one was off of. I got this and the intake off of eBay. I took the bolts out of the other motor. I don't know if I need them or not, but I think we'll just reuse the original bolts, I think. So, should go back in about the same. The only thing I'll have to do is I'll have to watch this gasket over here. What am I hitting on? That's down in. Okay, did I screw up the intake gasket over here? It's kind of what it's looking like. Son of a gasket. Oh no, we're good. Just didn't want to move for some reason. Did I put the gasket in upside down? I bet you money I did. It's about upside down, but they are slightly different. Yeah, looks like that lines up a little bit better. There you go. Gasket was, backer was. So there's two of the intake bolts. Oh, the other two are over here. Okay. So in this here case, all these shrouds and everything bolt down with the intake bolts, which I'm not real fond of. I'm going to leave these shrouds off for the moment. Just get it running, make sure everything's going to work here. The old, I think it actually went like this one. No, that ain't right, because it was pulled tight against the exhaust. So maybe it went in between the breather here and around. I like that much better. So, these bolts over here had the ground and everything for the motor. There's a big wire and a small wire. My assumption would be main ground and then probably like safety ground. The shield was broke on this side, so I can either weld it or I don't know if I can get away with putting a washer on it or not. I think that was my other 7/16 headed extension floating away. I gotta put the other bolt in for this shield over here. Must be the way them spark plug wires were. You guys really cannot see diddly that I'm doing. Put the clip back in for the throttle there. So now the next thing I gotta do is I gotta find a good spot to mount this fuel pump. It's a nice metal fuel pump that my buddy George gave me for working on that motor at Briggs. So this metal port, I think you guys can see here, is the pulse line. And the pulse line, you guys probably won't be able to see it, but it's right down here at the tip of my thumb. For the moment, I don't think I'm going to mount it. I'm just going to hook it up. Just to make sure everything's going to work here. And I'm going to leave the hoses long and everything. Because I honestly, this carb should be good, but I've seen weirder stuff happen. It's hooked up. I'm not real concerned with the choke for right this second, but both ways. Yep. I see a flathead screwdriver. What do I do with it? Put it in my pocket? Yes, I did. Okay. Choke works. Yep. Alright. So all I need to test this is something to crank the machine over with. Alright, let me pick up some loose parts and tools laying on this thing. I want to try out that new jump box, and we'll see what it does. I always wanted a real good jump box, never had a real good one. Hopefully this will be it. Alright boys, I just bumped it over once with the key just to make sure it would turn over. Let's see what happens here. Alright, I'm going to give it a little bit of a prime here just to get things moving. Well, it's got fuel in the fuel filter. It's almost running on its own. Should I take the fuel pump line off and make sure it's pumping fuel? Pipe's hot already. Well, I was going to. See if we can get it off here, see what it does. I should just cut this hose. See, I got no fuel up here yet. Put it to the side and see what I get. So I'm getting some fuel coming out of there, but boy does that look like old nasty fuel. It shouldn't, that was fresh gas I put in there. Okay, so we got some fuel. Alright boys, that's gonna work. Now I gotta be careful. This camera, for some reason, when I hit the unrecord button, it's been powering off. The new jump box beeps. I don't like it. Alright boys, $1,000,000 question. How it runs, will this fit in there? It's gonna be tight looking at it. Oh, giggity. It's gonna work here, boys. I have to do a little bit of tweaking on them shrouds on that exhaust, but she's gonna work. Very nice. I love it when a B series comes together. Alright, so let me do some tidying up with stuff here. I'm gonna get that fuel pump actually held down somehow, and I'm also going to find some hose clamps. What, I only need 2 hose clamps. 1 hose clamp. Maybe 2. If I can find 2, that'd be great. So anyhow, see what I can do, and I'll get back with you guys.